Professional wrestling is the one true sport. Other sports have their share of intense, dramatic moments, but nothing can compare with professional wrestling. Welcome to Wrestling History X, where three friends come together to talk about the stories behind the matches. I'm Matt.
And I've never lost a match in my life.
In Anaheim, Shane.
Welcome to episode 345, Royal Rumble 1999.
No chance in hell.
I figured you guys would do it in rhythm.
I know, but we didn't talk about it beforehand, so
Yeah.
you could probably hear us kind of figuring it out as we went.
Yeah, we're finding our rhythm.
No chance.
That's what you got. This is the 12th annual Royal Rumble produced by the WWF. It would take place on January 24th, 1999, from the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim in Anaheim, California, with an attendance of 14,816 and a buy rate of 650,000 people.
Hot dog.
I mean, it's one of the big four, but 650, pretty big.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, no way they took a bath on this event.
Definitely not. But we are in Anaheim, California.
Yeah, we are.
So Shane, did you do what you do?
Hey, I did.
You just brought us all Anaheim peppers.
That's right.
Raw Anaheim peppers.
Yep.
Feed on Mike.
We're going to blend them up and do little shooters. Yes, here we are, back in California, Anaheim to be exact. And as Matt has done for me so much over the last few weeks, I did what I do, and I got on the old Google machine and tried to figure out what the hell is California popular for food-wise in the Anaheim region, and came up with, as Michael has already mentioned, Anaheim peppers. But, you know, it's got to be more than that. We can't just do Anaheim peppers because...
And being a pepper.
What the fuck? Yeah, there's plenty of things, you know, there's Disneyland out there that's brought so many things. The Dole Pineapple Whip things, they make churros popular in America, they have Mickey Mouse shaped pretzels. I think we've already brought something in there that was started at Disney, like Fritos or something, I believe.
A couple weeks ago we did Mickey Mouse ice cream bars.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, I haven't made it to that episode yet, so damn it, I missed it. But yes, I want to say I brought something to do with Fritos once upon a time, but also at Disney, or because of the Frito-Lay company, Doritos were invented at Disneyland's Casa de Frito. Or maybe it was Doritos that I brought once upon a time, and it was just Doritos that I brought, but I couldn't do just that because, you know, it's been a while since I got to bring anything, so I had to do a twofer.
And everybody's had a damn Dorito.
Never?
No, everybody's had one.
Oh, everybody's had
Everybody's had a Dorito.
I thought you said I never had a Dorito.
No, I've had probably
I don't
plenty
know,
of
Matt, you know, has had a few firsts on the podcast food-wise or bebeverage-wise, so I thought maybe this was, you know, Michael's cherry popping day of having some Doritos.
Deep dark secret. I've never had a Dorito.
I've had plenty of Doritos. It's been a while, but...
But as I said, it's been a while since I brought something for the show because I had missed so many episodes in a row. So I had to do a little more research and discovered that, you know, not only is Doritos something that was formed in Anaheim, but, you know, California itself is just the fast food capital of the United States, apparently, because so many things have started up in California fast food wise. You've got your In-N-Outs, you got your Jack in the Boxes. The one that jumps out at me, though, is something that opened about an hour down the road in San Bernardino, known as Taco Bell. Coincidentally, Taco Bell decided to acquire some Dorito goodness and add it to their menu a handful of years ago, and it's stuck around ever since. That would be the Dorito Loco Taco. So I went to my friends at DoorDash and had them bring us some Dorito Loco Supreme tacos. It's Taco Bell, so it's not, you know, the greatest thing on earth, but, you know, it does hit the spot. Typically, I have to have a little bit of alcohol in me before Taco Bell is something I really crave. back in the day, I was all about it though. 1980s Taco Bell was the shit. The Mexican pizza when it first.
Shits.
No, 1990s brought
typically
the
now,
shits.
yeah.
But yeah, Mexican pizza. I remember when it was a new item on the menu and it was great. I remember when Taco Bell used to have like black olives and stuff that they would put on there. They used to have salsa verde available as well. Not just the little pack stuff, but actually had it as a sauce that they would pour over just like the regular old enchilada sauce. So yeah, I did what I do, and I had DoorDash bring us some Taco Bell. Theirs have already been eaten and
Scarfed.
Yes, but I'm gonna do like I typically do and take a bite in front of the microphone, because what the hell is worth? Why would I bring food without eating it in front of a microphone? It's just pointless.
Yeah, you misophoniacs, is that what they're called?
Sure.
Maybe there's some term for people like, I can't stand
famous.
chewing on a microphone.
As we were discussing a little earlier, I just mentioned just a moment ago that 1980s Taco Bell was pretty fucking incredible. If you were there and you got to enjoy it, you know what I'm talking about. If you weren't there and you never got to try Taco Bell from the 1986 era or earlier, there is a Texas-based place that is starting to pop up more places now, known as Taco Casa, and they are very reminiscent of the old school Taco Bell, where they make stuff on site and don't just add water and rehydrate things, and you get like crispy taco shells that are actually nicely cooked and crunchy and crispy. You get black olives on stuff.
Unless you ask
great.
for them to be taken off.
Man, why would you do that though?
That's on all of them. This is the first time I've eaten Taco Bell.
It's been
Second time in a long time, because I got the worst food poisoning in my life once from a Taco Bell. But I will say, just like McDonald's, the Taco Bell flavor is kind of only a thing you can get at Taco Bell.
Yep.
And if you're into it, I guess you're on the hook.
This taco is disintegrating in my hands as I'm
Yes.
holding it, so I'm going to take a bite real fast before it completely falls
It's
apart.
definitely doing that.
Because the crispiness is slowly, fastly slipping away from me. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. More crisp from the paper than the actual taco shell.
The top of the taco shell is
Yeah.
kind of crispy.
But yeah, Dorito Loco Taco. They're about what you would expect them to be. A Taco Bell taco that tastes like a Dorito. But Doritos are typically a little more crispy.
If we got it out, straight out of the window, I'm sure it would be
Oh yeah,
fine.
it's
I mean,
fair, it has sat here for a good hour.
for a while with sour cream at the bottom. So like,
But to prove my point with Taco Casa, I had them just a couple weeks ago, and there was a taco that had been sitting there for a good hour and a half that I picked up in my drunken state and bit into, and it was cold, but it was crispy. So I don't hate you, Taco Bell, but I love Taco Casa just a little bit more, a
Yeah.
whole lot more.
If that image I saw of a Baja Blast key lime pie is real, I'll probably have to try it. So
Baja Blast
you
key
might-
lime pie, huh?
Or yeah, right, Baja Blast pie. It looks like a key lime pie, but I don't know if it's real or not. But if it's real,
I wonder if it's one of those like
I'll have to find out.
icebox pies where they take the Cool Whip and just mix it with the soda or something and then freeze it.
I don't know.
Huh?
I saw
shot.
my friend sent
I
me a
have
photo a
I
while
have not
ago.
heard of this.
It
so.
could have been just some AI thing or a joke internet meme, but
Yeah, they could be one of those things that are just available at your nearest grocer, because a lot of restaurants are starting to do that with more and more items.
you can get your Whataburger spicy ketchup.
Yes, your Whataburger spicy ketchup, your Chick-fil-A sauce, and go and find some Boston Market cream spinach.
TGIF appetizers.
I mean, Facebook never lies to us, right?
Of
course not.
I'm pretty sure everything lies to us. But is it? Yeah, I mean,
It's so Baja Blue.
it's so blue. That's the thing that
I mean, I gave you a blue birthday cake last time, so
Yeah. I appreciate that Taco Bell has put Baja Blast into stores at times, because I love it, but I don't drink a lot of soda. So when I do, I like for it to be an option. Have like 2 or 3 of those a year, and they just like hit the spot, and I don't have to eat Taco Bell.
I swear there was something with Baja Blast. Yeah, that's another thing too, is there wouldn't be Baja Blast without Taco Bell.
The Baja Blast.
I mean, it is finally hitting grocery stores like 12 packs
Yeah.
now, but like for the longest time, the only place you could get it was Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's right. They had the Baja Midnight. was their new flavor of Baja Blast.
For a fourth meal.
With passion fruit.
Well, something that would happen right around the same time as Royal Rumble 99. A film that I give a 10. A 10. A motherfucking 10. Varsity Blues would come to theaters.
Oh, Varsity Blues.
You've never seen it, Michael, have you?
Really?
I've never seen it.
It's a good movie.
You would like it.
I'm sure I would. As a kid, I think this may have came out at a time where I couldn't have cared less about sports, but I do like a sports movie. I've seen a lot of them, but this one was like just at a time where I could not have been interested in it. And but a few years before that, I would watch Rudy anytime it was on television. And I'm sure this is probably more entertaining than Rudy.
I mean, it's your raunchy teen comedy version of an underdog sports movie.
Yeah. So the best of both worlds thing?
Yes. I mean,
so it still has the emotional, like, sports element?
Yeah.
And then also, I think that...
Because this is the whipped cream bikini.
That's what I remember from it. And there's a fat kid.
The fat kid who's the one who delivers the 10 to his stripper math teacher.
Ah, cool. Sounds great. I love a good boner comedy. Or a titty comedy, whatever you want to call it. Same thing.
Definitely that.
We got here. Let me look up the.
I mean, it's James Vanderbeek.
Yeah, I know it's James Vanderbeek.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, for
John. It's John Voight. Yeah. I was like, had to think there. I was like, wait, was that Friday Night Lights or was that?
That's why I had to look up too, because I'm like, one is Tim McGraw, one's. You got John Voight. You got Scott Conn, Ali Larder.
I remember her.
Mm-hmm.
The hot lady with a big face.
Yeah, Jesse Plemons is one of his first roles.
That's crazy.
He was in that.
Yeah, he's in fucking everything now.
Barry Switzer has a cameo.
That's right. Shout out.
I was definitely very aware of this movie. I very much remember the whipped cream bikini. I remember the MTV Movie Awards parodies of it and whatnot. Like, it was inescapable, but I just didn't watch it.
You definitely
should watch
it.
Yeah. So you're saying it holds up. This isn't a Coyote Ugly type situation.
I haven't watched it in
obviously
years, so I don't know for sure.
I have a 99, so I was able to go see this in the theater because I turned 18.
Yeah, I was 21, 22, and living my best gay life. So James Vanderbeek, Paul Walker, the two of them in a movie, Scott Conn. It was just like, oh, someone pretty. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Good movie.
Yeah, it's one of those that was inescapable. It was kind of
it's directed by Brian Robbins, who did who's kind of the Nickelodeon. You know who he is, the head of the class kid.
Oh, the movie he directed before Varsity Blues was Good Burger. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Seeing that, he also directed Ready to Rumble. After Varsity Blues, that was his next movie. Holy crap! Dang. 3 10 out of 10s, right, guys? Good Burger, Varsity Blues, and Ready to Rumble.
He was okay. When you were saying the head of the class, I'm like, which guy from Head of the Class was he? He was the bad boy.
Yeah, he was the bad boy in Head of the Class.
See,
him and the fat dude from Head of the Class are the two guys that did all the Nickelodeon.
But only one of them was in that documentary.
Live action teen comedy stuff and he got in trouble because he's a kind of a
creep?
Yeah.
The other guy. Yeah, I was going to say
the other guy, not Brian Robbins.
The documentary, so.
The other guy, not Brian Robbins.
Yes. Wow. Who knew? Well, I guess you knew, but.
That's kind of crazy for Varsity Blues to be smack dab in the middle of Good Burger and Ready to Rumble.
I mean, is it? When you think about it?
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying, you would think that Varsity Blues was such a hit that he would go from something that's not the wrestling movie. But I guess wrestling was hot at the time, too.
It was.
He did Hardball after that.
Ooh.
And that's the Keanu Reeves baseball movie, which is a very good film as well. And then he did Norbit.
Ooh.
And Shaggy Dog.
I don't know that one.
Shaggy Dog's a remake, obviously, of the old with Tim Allen. And that's Meet Dave as well.
Terrible. 1,000 words. What are you?
I'm more of a Bowfinger guy. If we're going to go late era, Eddie Murphy.
We should never go late era.
Eddie Murphy. Unless it's Bowfinger.
Bowfinger, even What the hell else was he in? Dreamgirls.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah. Is he? I can't remember. He almost got, or maybe he did. Was that the one he did get an Oscar nomination for?
Probably.
Yeah, but
He got some buzz back from that, and then kind of did nothing, or did stuff with it, but things that nobody cared or talked about. Like sequels to movies people love and adore. But I didn't see Beverly Hills Cop. Is it 5?
Axel F.
Axel
F.
F.
Axel F.
I didn't see that
either.
and I love those movies. And I didn't see Coming to America or whatever it was called. And I love Coming to America. But I also heard nobody really say anything about those movies either. They just kind of don't
They're also
exist.
streamers, so like.
Yeah, but if they were good, people would be like, Eddie Murphy's doing a thing that you guys remember and love. You know,
I mean, they probably did say it for about a week because that's how
Yeah.
long people talk about movies that are streaming.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. If they're straight to stream.
Yeah, he. made
Because if you're
some-
not watching the next one, that
Did you
comes
watch
up-
those?
No, I have not.
Okay. Yeah. I watched Happy Gilmore too.
I still haven't watched that one yet either. I need to watch that, I guess, before the Super Bowl.
Nope, haven't watched it either.
Yeah, it's not great.
And I love Happy Gilmore.
We all love Happy Gilmore. As long as if you're over 30, you probably love Happy Gilmore. If you're under 30, you probably hate it. It seems like everybody hates those. Like kids or people that are younger than me seem to have no interest or find like old comedies just like reprehensible to watch. Not for their content. It's like not a humor that has aged with them. They grew up on memes and fast content.
But ask them to name a good comedy that they've seen, and they can't.
There's none been made since.
Other than Andy Samberg movies.
Yeah, since like MacGruber or like Popstar.
Popstar never stopped.
Never stopping. I love that movie.
Yep. It took
Best comedy of the last 10 years.
It took me years to watch that movie because I thought this is going to be the dumbest thing ever. And then I watched it and it was like, what? It was one of those like How I Met Your Mother and Big Bang Theory where it was like, why the fuck did I wait so long to watch this? This is great.
I watched Popstar and then I just forced all my friends to watch Popstar and everybody agreed. It was very funny.
Well, enough about Varsity Blues, even though we didn't really talk about Varsity Blues a whole lot.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But let's talk
I remember the whipped cream titties.
some Royal Rumble 99.
Yeah.
A video package that recaps the lead up to our show comes on with Vince saying Austin has no chance in hell of being the champion, with Stone Cold being number 1, while Mr. McMahon will be number 2. Vince even put a $100,000 bounty on Austin's head. 10-10-220 presents the Royal Rumble.
Did you guys ever use 10-10-220 back in the day?
Nope.
Nah.
What about 1-800-CALL-ATT?
Nope.
No, I remember all the commercials, but I didn't have like a car or anywhere to be. Like if I went somewhere, somebody had to take me there. I guess I may have used payphones to like, hey, come pick me up or whatever. But most of the time it was just like, be out here at X time or whatever.
Used to always make me so angry with those when they started the 1-800-CALL-ATT and 10-10-220 stuff because, back in the day, you just call the operator and, this payphone took my quarter. Can you connect me to this number?
Oh, yeah.
You could get a free call that way, but too many people tried that back in the day and they had to do this one instead.
Michael Hull then welcomes everyone to the show along with Jerry the King Lawler before they talk about that bounty, with the King pointing out that Chyna will be the first woman to ever enter the Rumble.
Ooh. I mean, as long as we're not putting Sable in there.
So we go to our first match. Road Dogg, Jesse James versus Big Boss Man. James comes down calling himself a hardcore fish in a big pond. That he's hardcore for life until the day he dies. That's no LIE. But Colt tells us this isn't a hardcore title match, as the corporation didn't want to give Road Dogg an advantage.
Yeah, all right. And, the Big Boss Man is one half of the tag team champions at the moment, so sure. We got a curtain jerker, boys.
So the two men trade strikes to begin when Boss Man whips James to a corner. Delivering a splash and chokes, tries for another, only for Road Dogg to avoid, leaving Big Boss Man crotched on the ropes. James hits mounted punches, but Boss Man counters with an inverted atomic drop attempt, only to be blocked, followed by a drop kick by Road Dogg, sending Big Boss Man into the corner, where he grabs his nightstick, sending James bailing out to the floor. The ref removes the weapon, which allows Road Dogg to sneak in from behind to trip up Boss Man and pull him crotch first into the ring post. Big Boss Man recovers to take control with back elbows, turnbuckle smashes, strikes, eye pokes, a big boot, and a bear hug, which James escapes by biting his opponent, only to then eat a knee to the gut. And Boss Man looks to remove a turnbuckle pad, but is unsuccessful, so he nails a spinebuster and running straddle on the ropes, before a backbreaker and chokes. Road Dogg then ducks a clothesline and locks on a sleeper, with Big Boss Man raking the eyes to escape and head up top, only for James to press slam him down to the mat, followed by a shake, rattle, and roll, running straddle, leaping forearm, and a shaky knee drop for a 2 count.
I don't know why I hate a shaky knee drop so much.
Road Dogg runs the ropes, but Boss Man catches him to hit the Boss Man Slam for the pin and the win.
And that's why the match was not for the belt.
Nope.
Because they decided the Boss Man
Needed to
win.
win. So we go to a video recap over our next match, where we see Billy Gunn mooning Ken's sister Ryan, with Cole calling it a master plan to goad Shamrock into a match.
I forgot all about Ryan Shamrock.
Me too.
Ken would attack Billy twice, trying to break his ankle, as Lawler says that Shamrock was turned into a madman.
Yeah, I would not want to be mooning Ken Shamrock's little sister for fear of Ken Shamrock.
That's a good reason.
Silly, but I understand the logic.
So we get our second match, Badass Billy Gunn versus Ken Shamrock for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. And the story behind this match was that Gunn wasn't Ken's only problem, as Val Venus had also noticed his sister,
That's a bigger problem.
which was conveniently actually played by Shamrock's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
Val would hit on...
I'm your sister.
Stop. I don't like that at all.
Val would hit on Ryan, leading to him getting beat down. So Billy realized he could get under Ken's skin to gain the title match he desired. So Gunn takes the mic to tell Shamrock to come get his ass kicked, before saying, "If you're not down with the WPMC, I've got 2 words for you."
Okay.
What is the WPMC? Anybody?
Uh,
Nope. All right.
Yeah.
White people, comma, man cool.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go with that one.
I was trying to figure it out.
So Ken rushes the ring for the 2 to brawl, with Billy hitting a clothesline and a vertical suplex, only for Shamrock to avoid a charge into a corner, nailing kicks, a knee lift, and a body slam. Ken then whips Gunn to the ropes and telegraphs his move, allowing Billy to deliver a not-so-famouser for a 2 count, before mounted punches in a corner and charging in with a clothesline, only for Shamrock to low-bridge the ropes, causing Gunn to crash out to the floor. Ken follows out to send Billy into the ring post.
Posted.
Steel steps in a chair face first around ringside, but Gunn fights back to drive Shamrock into the announce booth. Now back inside, Ken targets the leg before wearing his opponent down with front face locks, until Billy rallies with a roll-up for a near fall, only for Shamrock to answer right back with a bridging fisherman suplex for a 2 count. And Ken blocks a whip, so Ken goes for a clothesline, but Billy ducks with the ref right behind him to take the blow.
Ref bump.
Both men then charge at each other, hitting clotheslines for the double KO, which brings Val Venus running down to nail a DDT to Shamrock, allowing Gunn to crawl over to make the pin. And no, Ken kicks out.
For the honor of his sister girlfriend.
The two exchanged strikes when Billy would hit a leaping back elbow, a corner splash, and a body slam in the middle of the ring, followed by heading to the top to fly off with a clothesline, only for Shamrock to avoid, causing Gunn to land on his bad leg.
No.
So Ken applies the ankle lock for the submission and the win.
Do it for my sister.
So there's a rumor that Billy was supposed to win this match and the belt tonight, but he showed up drunk after a late night out and was punished.
What an ass.
That's you see the big difference between the two companies? They're like, Triple H, I'm now mad at this thing that I said you could do, so we're going to hold you down for a little bit, but, just stick it out, and then you'll own the company one day. And then Billy Gunn, it's like, buddy, you can't show up drunk, can't show up in this shape, so, you're just going to have to stare at the lights, and it's a honest and reasonable punishment where, Scott Hall, we talked about it ad nauseum, but you get what I'm saying here.
It's like they say, Billy, WPMC.
We then go backstage to Vince, Shane, and the Stooges, where Mr. McMahon is getting a pep talk from his son, asking how it felt to slap Austin, with Vincent answering, "He's mine." Shane then predicts McMahon will throw Stone Cold out of the Rumble. Call his dad the man as Vince repeats that Austin is his. And Cole tells us that on Heat, Mr. McMahon had slapped Stone Cold for all the world to see. So Austin will be looking for payback.
I mean, yeah, that basically just happened.
Yeah, back when the pre-show used to have some excitement to it.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to our third match. Gangrel versus X-Pac for the WWF European Championship. And the story behind this match was that Triple H had defeated the Vampire Warrior. So the Brood targeted DX, performing a bloodbath that soaked Road Dogg. James would defeat Gangrel in a match for the hardcore title, but the Vampire Warrior still had a taste for gold. And I don't know if anyone else noticed who the ref of this match was.
Of course I did.
But it was Teddy Long.
Back to his roots.
Who we haven't seen since Monday Night Nitro from February 24th, 1997. Episode 244. So
Was that
literally
playing?
100 episodes ago.
Yeah, it was nice to see him.
Holla holla.
We love it. We love it, Teddy Long.
So the match gets going with headlocks, leapfrogs, and shoulder blocks, when the Kid would nail a back suplex, a flash leg drop, and kicks, only for Gangrel to avoid a charge into a corner. The Vampire Warrior capitalizes with a corner splash and a belly-to-belly suplex for a 2 count, before dropping X-Pac throat first across the ropes and grabbing a chinlock to wear his opponent down. The Kid fights his way free, but Gangrel tosses him up into the air to land face first on the mat, followed by heading up top for a flying elbow, only for X-Pac to move in time.
He's a slippery one.
The two trade strikes when the Kid delivers a spinning heel kick, a leaping clothesline, and a wheel kick to knock the Vampire Warrior into a corner, where X-Pac hits mounted punches and the Bronco Buster. Another spinning heel kick leads to the Kid making his way to the top, but Gangrel knocks him down, causing X-Pac to crotch himself. And the two fight atop the ropes, only for the Vampire Warrior to be forearmed down to the mat, with the Kid flying off with a clothesline. But Gangrel uses the momentum to roll through for the pin and the win. Oh, never mind. Teddy Long, guess that wasn't the finish, and the fans let him have it.
Yeah.
The Vampire Warrior then runs into several big boots in a corner, only to catch X-Pac charging out with a power slam, followed by whipping his opponent to the ropes. But he telegraphs his move, allowing the Kid to surprise him with the X-Factor for the pin and the actual win.
Yeah, the real win. I mean, hey, Teddy's got some ring rust.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. It's a whole new world for him. The lights are brighter over here.
Yeah, he only had one contact in.
We go to the back. Kevin Kelly is with DX, and he's asking Triple H about the Rumble, only for the Road Dogg to grab the mic to say he will win, along with the $100K.
Yeah, we all believe that.
X-Pac enters the room and says the same, followed by Hunter claiming that DX is as tight as it gets. But this is about the WWF title and 100,000. So it's every man for himself, with Chyna interjecting, and woman.
Yeah. Probably and woman. I don't know how to do a Chyna voice, but she's a funny voice.
Very bland.
Shane McMahon then makes his way to the ring as Cole wonders why he's there, with the King saying he does whatever he wants. And he takes the mic to introduce Luna Vachon as the next WWF Women's Champion, who then makes her way out. And Shane announces that Sable has suffered a chronic back injury and can't compete, followed by inviting her out to forfeit the title, before we see clips from Heat showing where Luna had attacked the champ. Sable then comes out and asks the ref to ring the bell, with Shane telling her to have it her way, which gives us our fourth match. Luna with Shane McMahon versus Sable for the WWF Women's Championship in a strap match. It's everyone's favorite match.
You know I love a strap
Ladies,
match.
get your straps on.
Yeah. It's funny that most of the women all have just one name. We had Sunny, and I mean, of course, there's Terry Runnels, and is Jackie that doesn't have a
It's
last
Miss
name?
Jackie.
Just Miss
Yeah.
Jackie, yeah.
It was
Miss-
Jacqueline.
Yeah, Jacqueline. But yeah, Sable, Luna, Chyna.
So, traditional strap match rules have to touch all four corners in succession to win. And the champ uses the strap to whip her opponent to start when Luna bells to the floor, only for Sable to pull her into the ring post.
We all know how this goes. Post.
Back inside, the champ continues the punishment with more whipping and choking, hitting a strap mare and touching two corners. But Luna answers back with choking, strap shots, and a back claw before touching a pair of corners herself.
Strap mirror, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Touche.
Sable yanks her opponent around the ring, hitting kicks, only to crash in a corner on a missed charge, with Luna capitalizing with a backbreaker, hanging Sable over her shoulders and allowing her to drag her around the ring, with each woman touching the corners.
But Luna doesn't see it.
After reaching the third corner, Shane decides to distract the ref by jumping on the apron, only for Sable's number one fan / stalker jumping out of the crowd and decking Luna, enabling the champ to reach the final corner for the win. And we've mentioned the number one fan before, back in episode 320, but just as a reminder, it's the future Tori. And we'll see her more as we go.
Yeah, they did a really good job of kind of hiding her face in this, in this interaction.
Who
It's
is
like,
that
oh,
woman?
yeah, it's like, yeah, it was like I rewound it a couple times to try to get a look, but they did a good job of keeping the mystery. Granted, nobody knows who this lady is at all at this point. You don't want them to get a good look. We're not trying for her to cut a promo. Not yet.
And we go backstage with Big Boss Man, Ken Shamrock, and Test plotting something, with Boss Man saying 100,000 and a shot at the title is on the line, promising to do whatever it takes to win. Cole then sends it to a video package on the Rock-Mankind feud, where Rocky suggests multiple stipulations for a rematch, only for Foley to shoot them all down. So Rock says he quits trying to convince him, which gives Mankind an idea. A fight that Rocky can't win and Foley can't lose. An I quit match. And Mankind continues that he has never quit in his career, despite everything he has endured. Where we get highlights from Hell in the Cell, exploding barbed wire matches with
Yeah.
Terry Funk.
It's crazy that they got that footage and used it.
Yep.
That pain is his calling, but The Rock doesn't think Foley's indestructible, promising to drag him down Know Your Role Boulevard and check him into the SmackDown Hotel, where with his 2 ears, Rocky will hear Mankind scream, he quits.
Yeah.
Making fun of the number of years that Mankind has, huh?
Foley even does his best Dr. Seuss impression with, I will not say them here nor there, I will not say them anywhere. I will not say those words, you twit. I will not say I quit.
No one else can do it without feeling stupid.
Followed by saying there will be no DQs or countouts. The corporation is banned from ringside. So The Rock will look at him with his ridiculous eyebrow and say, he quits. We then go live to backstage where Doc Hendricks is with Rocky, asking if he can do what no one has ever done before, making Mankind say he quits. And The Rock tells Doc to know his role and shut his mouth, before saying he isn't some Rudy Poo candy ass on Jabroni Drive. He has millions
And millions
of fans chanting his name. Rocky guarantees to prove why he's the great one and the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. So after Foley quits, he will be the best damn WWF champion in history. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. And that leads us into our fifth match. The Rock versus Mankind for the WWF Championship in an I Quit match. And Rocky wears a tracksuit down to the ring. He actually just had surgery, so he has some scars on his pecs. Okay. So that's why he's wearing that. While Foley arrives with some new theme music as the car crash at the beginning. And Cole sends it to footage from Heat, where Vince forced Mankind to face Mabel, only for The Rock to run out and attack with a rock bottom and a chair shot.
I think they lifted the car crash from the Razor Ramon song.
Maybe.
It's probably different. But I do love the Razor Ramon song as well.
There is one scene I wish they would have shown a replay for during that video package. But we might not talk about that until we cover for a couple weeks.
Okay.
We'll talk about them. We also haven't seen Mabel since November to Remember 98, episode 328.
That's right. I unfortunately did not remember that he was there.
So the two men begin brawling as soon as they are in the ring, with Foley delivering a running knee strike, a bulldog, and mounted punches.
Get him.
Before Mankind asks if Rocky has something to say, only to respond with that Foley can kiss his ass. And Mankind uses the mic over the head and a clothesline that takes them out to the floor, where he keeps up the attack by slamming Rock headfirst into the guardrail. But he gets his revenge when he reverses a whip to send Foley into the ring steps.
Foley loves those ring steps, those poor knees.
Rocky takes the headset off Cole to talk trash, only for Mankind to be back up to clothesline his opponent from behind, slamming his head into the bell and a chair shot across the back. Foley asks again before smacking the Rock with the mic, followed by returning to the ring for a double-arm DDT and a Socko Claw. But he realizes that an unconscious Rocky can't answer.
Can't say I quit if you're not awake.
Yep.
Mankind says he's gonna split open that ridiculous eyebrow, continuing the punishment into the crowd. But Rocky counters a clothesline into a power slam to take control, slamming Foley's head into the steel steps and using the ring bell several times. They take the fight atop the Spanish announce booth, which collapses from the weight, leading to Rocky asking if Mankind wants to quit, only to receive an "Up yours, Rocky." And the two brawl around ringside, with Foley ramming Rocky into the ring post and clotheslining down the aisleway, where they fight at the tech table and entrance, when Rock plants his opponent with a DDT on the concrete. But Mankind still won't quit.
And we already told you, he'll never quit.
Rocky finds a ladder, only for Foley to block and use it himself as a weapon, before attempting an elbow drop off the top of it. But The Rock moves in time. The ladder is then set up with both men climbing onto a ledge of the balcony, where Mankind is knocked off, sending Foley falling off into some electrical equipment, causing sparks to fly and the lights to go out.
This is a wonderfully done piece of business as far as live wrestling special effects go. It's like, we know that's not the case, but they made the thing spark, and it looked real, and then the lights went out. If he fell on top of it and the lights went out, it's like, people are like, I kind of get it, but like, there's no question to be had why they went out.
Yeah, it sparked instead of the little, 10 seconds later thing that it would normally have done.
Yeah, it was just like a little bit of smoke or something.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon then comes out to discuss calling off the match with the ref, but Rocky doesn't want that.
Of course not.
So he drags his opponent back to the ring, cuffing his hands behind his back, only for Mankind to rally momentarily with a pair of low blows. But The Rock nails a chair-assisted corporate elbow to regain control, with Foley saying, "Go to hell, Rock." Rocky then grabs the chair and proceeds to unload 2 chair shots to the head, which busts Mankind open.
These chair shots are directly to the head.
Yes, they are.
They're
Fully loaded. Or fully loaded, I guess you could say.
So The Rock asks only for Foley to say that Rocky will have to kill him. 3 more chair shots that send Mankind rolling out to the floor, where Rock continues the assault with 6 more chair shots, as Cole even begs for Foley to quit. And Rocky reminds everyone that he guaranteed he was going to make Mankind scream, "I quit." So he asks one more time, with Foley's voice screaming out that he quits for the win.
You lied to me.
And no! Post-match, The Rock poses with the belt as doctors check on Mankind. But Rocky makes his way back down the aisle to stand over the body of Foley to pose again. And officials finally bring out a stretcher trying to get Mankind onto it, only for him to refuse to walk out on his own 2 feet.
Well, it makes you wonder if he really said, "I quit." Because I think what happened was pretty obvious. I don't know if it was at the time when you couldn't rewind or you were watching it live, but there's a sound quality difference.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell something was up.
Yeah.
But you didn't know what was up.
Yeah.
And that's the piece of footage that I feel like they probably should have thrown into the recap before the match.
Yeah. Is there a sound bite?
Because it doesn't
the package.
The package.
Yeah, the package where he's saying talking about an "I quit" package, so he's obviously saying "I quit", so it's like, oh, that's where we took it from. Yeah, I get you. One thing, I believe that this last match we just watched is the one that is heavily documented in Beyond the Mat.
Yes.
It is.
So that's something to look forward to, guys. Because as you can see, Foley got his head beat in.
At least 11 chair shots.
With his hands tied behind his back, and could have hit him in the back. I mean, Foley would have wanted to hit him in the head anyway, but still.
Watching this,
rough to watch.
My nephew's girlfriend was in the room watching at the same time, and she even asked midway through, "So is this fake or is this real?" Because, I mean, I've always heard wrestling is fake, but how can you get hit in the head with a chair that many times and it be fake? And I'm like, well, that's where the line in wrestling is. It's, they have it scripted, they have things choreographed, but then there's times where they throw in something real, like 11 chair shots to the head that's unprotected because you're handcuffed behind your back and you can't really protect yourself, so you're hoping the other person doesn't kill you.
I don't remember if they
trying to trust you.
Do they cover it in Beyond the Mat where Foley yells at Rock for?
I want to say so.
They talk
because it was definitely not. It was not supposed to be 11 times.
No, they talk about it. And the Rock's like, but Foley does get upset. The Rock says he got carried away. I think he has the Rock apologize to his kids because they were very upset.
His kids are in
because they were there watching it, and
his wife wanted him to quit wrestling after that because she couldn't trust the business anymore.
Yeah, I'm completely understandable. I can see The Rock getting carried away, but he sure made it look.
There's a difference in getting carried away and being careless, and he went the careless route on that one. Shock factor and all, but yeah.
So the King and Cole discuss the Royal Rumble and its rules before going to a video package on the Austin McMahon feud, where we see Vince is sick and tired of Stone Cold, screwing Austin out of the title with footage from Breakdown, only for Stone Cold to attack Mr. McMahon on subsequent Raws. Vince would fire Austin at Judgment Day, but Shane would retire him, only to swerving at Survivor Series. Stone Cold would then qualify for the Rumble at Rock Bottom, but Mr. McMahon promises that there's no chance in hell of him winning, entering the Rumble himself and putting a bounty on Austin's head.
$100,000.
We then get a clip from Heat where Austin was denied access to the VIP entrance because he didn't have a limo, only for him to return with a monster truck limo, crushing the cars parked outside.
There's nothing more...
Which were just so convenient.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
There's nothing more hillbilly than, like, specific large equipment, and Austin has used it all.
Yes. Monster trucks,
Zamboni,
deer trucks,
ambulance.
Zamboni.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Stone Cold would confront Vince in the ring, where McMahon would slap Austin and take off running, leaving Stone Cold to take it out on the Stooges.
The slap and run. So fun. So such a weaselly thing to do.
So we go to our sixth match, the Royal Rumble. And the Fiend goes over the rules of the match, with Lawler mocking him for taking too long, which it was quite a while.
Also, everybody knows how the Royal Rumble works now.
Yeah.
It's not like a
unless you're throwing a new rule in or something.
It's not a World War III match or a...
Yeah,
you know,
it's gone from 1 minute to 2 minutes or whatever, then yeah, throw in the time change. But
yeah, there's a reason that this works so well, and a battle royale kind of stinks, and no one wants to see it anymore.
So number 1 is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and number 2 is Vince McMahon.
No chance.
He actually doesn't come out with music.
I know. He doesn't come out with music, and it's great, but we all know that he's going to have maybe one of the greatest wrestling songs of all time coming up, because this is where they get the name for it, and the song is so good, and I believe it's the song for the pay-per-view, right?
It is.
Yeah, such a good piece of business. One of the best entrance themes.
And Stone Cold stomps a mud hole in Vince once the bell rings,
as he's wont to do.
Followed by a slam and a kick to the family jewels. And Austin plays to the crowd and goes to toss McMahon, but pulls up to deliver more punishment. Number 3 is Golga, who just looks on as Stone Cold hits a Thez press to Vince before jumping in to go after Austin, only for Stone Cold to reverse a whip to send the Masked Man over the ropes to be eliminated.
I hope you got a decent paycheck, Mr. Quake.
yep.
McMahon uses the distraction to roll out and escape through the crowd, with Austin giving chase up the stairs to the concourse of the building.
No one went over the top rope.
Number 4 is Draws, but the cameras follow Vince and Stone Cold as they brawl into a women's restroom, where the corporation awaits Austin.
Such an underhanded move.
Sorry, puke.
It's like, if I just run into the bathroom. We all know there's no ladies here at a wrestling show.
Tess, Shamrock, and Big Boss Man beat down Stone Cold, while back in the ring, Draws just stands alone, waiting for number 5, Edge, to come out. Crossbody and right hands by the Brood member, only for Drozdov to answer back with a leaping back elbow, strikes, and a turnbuckle smashes. A drop kick by Edge as number 6, Gilbert, makes his way out, with the crowd chanting for him.
I mean, Gilbert. Gilbert's not far off from the way Goldberg ended up looking last week. They're like, yeah, you won, but all everyone's going to remember is you getting shocked again.
But Gilbert is immediately tossed as he poses on the ropes by Edge.
Uh-oh.
Draws us back up with a clothesline when we cut back to the restroom, where the corporation is leaving, being very happy about their handiwork, as Austin seems to be unconscious on the floor. Back in the ring, Edge misses a corner charge to leave himself atop the ropes, so Drozdov attempts to kick him out, when number 7, Steve Blackman, hits the ring to chop away on Draws. Officials and EMTs arrive to get Stone Cold loaded onto a stretcher as Blackman delivers several kicks to Edge. Number 8, the Beast, Dan Severn, is next. So when Steve sees him coming, they begin brawling in the middle of the ring, while Austin is loaded into an ambulance. Number 9's Tiger Ali Singh, who seems to have recovered from his bloodbath the last time we saw him, joining the fight in the ring and attempting a press slam to Edge, only for the Brood member to slip free and try to toss him out, to no avail. Number 10 is Blue Meanie, who clotheslines Singh, followed by a slap fight with Edge, before number 11 doesn't come out. But we cut to the back to see Mabel destroying Mosh to steal his spot and head to the ring.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, yeah.
And the big man grabs hold of Severn and Blackman on the ropes, dumping them out to be eliminated, before clotheslining Tiger Ali out of the ring to be eliminated as well.
How bummed would you be if you were Steve Blackman or Dan Severn and you're getting dumped out by Mabel's fat ass, trash bag wearing ass? Be so bummed.
He's not wearing a
trash bag, yeah.
Trash bag, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying I would be bummed.
Meanie and Draws confront Mabel, only to be tossed out as well. While number 12 Road Dogg Jesse James runs out to attack Edge. But the big man hits Road Dogg from behind when the Brood member goes low on Mabel. James and Edge trade strikes until a back body drop sends the Brood member over, with only one foot hitting the ground. So he climbs back to the apron when Road Dogg would knock him off, sending the Brood member into the announce booth to be eliminated.
Damn.
And James and Mabel begin brawling when the lights go out.
Uh-oh.
We hear the dong, followed by the lights coming back on with the Acolytes and Midian pulling the big man out of the ring. Well, I mean, Lawler says he went over the top rope, but I didn't ever actually see if he did or not.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. He's getting drugged into a satanic cult.
While the Undertaker and Paul Bearer make their way out of the entrance. And we haven't seen the dead man since Rock Bottom in Your House, episode 334.
He's got something cooking.
And they all meet in the aisleway, where Mabel is asked if he accepts Taker as his savior, with the big man shaking his head no. So the Ministry attacks him from behind, continuing the attack all the way to backstage.
Wrong answer, Mabel.
And this leaves Road Dogg alone until number 13 Gangrel arrives, where the Vampire Warrior stomps down his opponent, but a reversed whip allows James to use the momentum to toss Gangrel out of the ring to be eliminated.
Just like that? Come on.
Number 14's Kurgan, hitting Road Dogg with a clothesline, knees in a corner, and a side slam, before number 15 Al Snow makes his way out to join the fray, where they get the big man halfway over the ropes, only for James to just shove Snow to send him crashing out to be eliminated.
Who did fucking Road Dogg buy dinner?
Road Dogg trades strikes with Kurgan as number 16 Goldust comes out to deliver a leaping clothesline and set up James for shattered dreams. But the big man saves Road Dogg by attacking the Golden One from behind. Kurgan gets taken down by a leaping clothesline and a DDT from Goldust when James attacks both men, setting the Golden One up for his own move, only for the big man to grab him from behind, holding Road Dogg for a low blow from Goldust.
Get him, Dusty.
Number 17 is Godfather with hose.
You gotta have those, even if it's a Royal Rumble.
He comes out as Kurgan's trying to dump the Golden One, but James then tries to dump the big man as well, all to no avail. And the pimp goes after Goldust with a turnbuckle smash, only for the Golden One to retaliate with strikes of his own. But he misses a corner splash, leading to Godfather delivering the Woo Train. Number 18's Kane, who enters and cleans house, tossing Road Dogg, Kurgan, Godfather, and Goldust all in succession to eliminate them. We then get orderlies running out to try and put a straitjacket on the Big Red Machine.
He's sanctioned to be in the Rumble. Leave the man alone.
Only for him to fight them off but he eliminates himself to chase the orderlies into the stands.
Now that's crazy.
But it's so smart. They're like, all right, put Kane in, but he doesn't have to lose the Rumble because he's one of our big characters, and he just comes in, cleans house, walks out, and we keep it moving. We haven't had any moment in this where it's just like five guys like half-ass brawling in the ring. It's pretty great. And most of these guys don't matter. I'm looking at you, Kurgan.
Number 19 is Ken Shamrock, while Mr. McMahon has also made his way back to the ring finally, only to roll out and join the commentary desk, saying he accomplished what he set out to do, sending Austin away in an ambulance.
Sandbagging the most popular guy in the company. Great business strategy.
Number 20 is Badass Billy Gunn, with a taped up ankle and no boot on, running out to brawl with Shamrock, which seems like a really bad idea, as Ken just works over the leg until Gunn catches him with a back suplex and a press slam onto the ropes.
Yeah, if I'm going out there with a bum leg, Shamrock's the last guy I'm trying to interact with.
And Badass tosses Shamrock over the ropes, only for Ken to hold on, roll back in, and chop block his opponent to regain control. Number 21 is Test, when we go outside to see the Ministry loading Mabel into a hearse. But we also see Stone Cold returning in a commandeered ambulance.
Oh.
And also another incredibly intelligent way to do this. It's like, oh, we're not cutting just to see the Mabel business. We're cutting to see the Undertaker and Mabel business.
Two
But
birds, one
what
stone.
happens to be happening here? It's just all the energy is just kind of nailing it.
Austin enters the arena and chases Vince around ringside and into the ring, as number 22 Big Boss Man comes out, only for Shamrock to beat down Stone Cold to allow McMahon to escape back to the commentary booth until Ken is back body dropped out to be eliminated.
Thanks for coming, Kenny.
Bye. Say hi to your sister for me.
Boss Man goes after Austin now, but Stone Cold begins choking him with a tag rope as number 23 Triple H comes running out. And Hunter works over Test with strikes and a high knee, while Badass goes after Austin, when Triple H joins this fight as well, as everyone wants the 100 count.
I mean, some of these guys are probably making that a year. Kurgan.
Test with a side slam to Hunter. Stone Cold hits a clothesline and elbow drops to Gunn, only for Big Boss Man to attack to slow the momentum. And number 24 is Val Venus, who's clotheslined immediately by Triple H, while Test nails a big boot to Austin. But an eye rake allows Stone Cold to recover with a turnbuckle smash. And Badass grabs Austin for some turnbuckle smashes as well, only for Stone Cold to answer back by tossing Gunn over the ropes to be eliminated.
Double duty Billy Gunn.
Test then clotheslines Venus before joining Austin and Boss Man in trying to dump Hunter to no avail, as number 25, X-Pac, runs out. And everybody's brawling when Val flies off the top with a double axe handle to Stone Cold, stomping and choking him, causing Austin to roll out to the floor. But he returns with a top rope double axe handle to Venus. X-Pac with a spinning heel kick to Stone Cold and looks to toss him, only for Austin to hold on as number 26, Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry, comes out, where we hear the King confirm that Sammy was a man, which we talked about a couple episodes ago.
Yep. Tasteful.
Henry and Big Boss Man then team up on Stone Cold, but he moves so Boss Man takes a right hand. So Sexual Chocolate just continues the attack on the correctional officer while everybody else continues to brawl. Number 27 is Double J, Jeff Jarrett, with Deborah joining the fray, only to be double clotheslined by DX. But the kid then nails a spinning heel kick to Hunter before delivering a Bronco Buster to Big Boss Man. Triple H with a back suplex to Venus, a second rope double axe handle from Austin to X-Pac, when number 28, D'Lo Brown,
Everybody head wiggle.
with PMS, comes out. And Cole confirms that Terry did lose her baby and blames Brown. So I don't understand why they're still with him.
Yeah.
But sure.
Tasteful.
Stone Cold dumps Test, followed by Boss Man tossing X-Pac to be eliminated, as Mr. McMahon is pleading for someone to get rid
He's
of
losing
Austin.
his shit. There's $100,000. What do you think you guys are doing?
Henry clotheslines Triple H, Double J with a drop kick to Stone Cold, but Austin retaliates with a Thez press, when Hunter would grab Jarrett to toss out of the ring to be eliminated, as number 29, Owen Hart, comes out. D'Lo and Owen look to team up on Stone Cold, only for Triple H to knock their noggins, followed by Austin doing the same, before rolling out to grab a drink of water, but also dumps the rest of the pitcher on Vince. Stone Cold returns as Henry splashes Hunter in the middle of the ring, when number 30, Chyna, goes right after Sexual Chocolate with strikes, followed by tossing him over the ropes to be eliminated.
Bye, Mark.
Pretty sick. That was a good China. That was great. That's what I was trying to get at.
And she glares down at him, only to turn right into a clothesline from Austin that eliminates her, leading to Triple H attacking Stone Cold, stomping him down in a corner, when Venus would join the fray, but is taken down by Hunter. Austin and Triple H resume their fight, with Hunter taking down his opponent with a facebuster and looks to dump Stone Cold out, only for Val to interfere again to try and take the 100K for himself. Triple H responds by tossing Venus to be eliminated, but then turns right into a stunner and a clothesline to be eliminated himself.
So that leaves us down to 4.
Final 5.
Final 5.
D'Lo Brown, Big Boss Man, Owen Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Vince McMahon. D'Lo hits a standing leg drop, chokes, and a drop kick on Austin, while Owen attempts to dump Boss Man. Austin misses a clothesline, but he sidesteps another Brown drop kick to deliver an elbow drop and chokes, while Hart continues to work on Big Boss Man. D'Lo and Owen trade opponents, only for Hart to charge right into a back body drop from Stone Cold to send him out to be eliminated.
What?
Boss Man with a sliding punch that knocks Austin down in the middle of the ring, followed by Brown flying off the top with the lowdown. Brown poses for the crowd, so Big Boss Man dumps him out of the ring, but then turns into a stunner and a clothesline from Stone Cold to leave number 1 and number 2 as the only men remaining.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, we knew this how it is. This is how it had to be.
Austin rolls out to confront McMahon at the announce table, brawling into the crowd and back to ringside until Stone Cold blasts Vince with a chair. Now back inside, Austin nails a stunner and a second rope elbow drop when The Rock walks down, distracting Stone Cold and allowing Mr. McMahon to dump Austin out of the ring.
Oh my gosh.
For the win.
Woo!
Post-match, Stone Cold and Rocky brawl their way to the back, while Vince lays on the mat, until Shane and the Stooges arrive to help him to his feet. Shane says Mr. McMahon is going to WrestleMania. So they call for beers to celebrate, with everyone cracking open a cold one, with Vince posing on the turnbuckles and chugging a beer. And Cole berates McMahon for sitting at ringside and only winning thanks to The Rock, calling it the biggest shock in history. We then go to a highlight package of the evening before returning to everyone dumping beer all over Vince as Cole says his goodbyes and we fade to black.
Still works.
Yes, yes.
It's just so smart because we all know what this means. It means that
Vince McMahon is going to fight The Rock at WrestleMania.
it means that Stone Cold needs to get the belt, needs to become champion, which he's going to have to fight tooth and nail for because the boss is always up his ass, so he can kick Vince's ass for doing him dirty.
So I ask you, gentlemen, what are your overall thoughts of Royal Rumble 1999?
The undercard was all decent.
I thought you were going to say DX.
Oh, yeah, it was all DX, pretty much, yeah. Rock versus Mankind was perfectly disgusting. it's memorable, and we got a wonderful feud going here. Maybe the most memorable of either man's career. The Rumble did a great job of not just being too many guys in the ring just beating on each other at the same time. It was almost like put together like a perfect episode of Raw, except for there was a match happening the whole time. Even though there's so many people in there that don't matter, so many that we've seen twice in the night, it just totally moves completely. And Vince McMahon winning is the smartest thing to do. It's so stupid and so perfect, and it makes me smile just thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, much like you said, the start of the show, it had a good flow to it as far as just keeping people's attention. Even with the little, I'd say even with a little bit, people watch the Sable match for specific reasons, but
didn't outstay its welcome. It didn't take 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah,
everything seemed like it had a purpose, and the storytelling throughout the Rumble was great just because it started with Stone Cold and Vince. It removed them from the match at a good time to where it would allow other people to have their moments in the ring while they were able to get where they needed to for the next shot with Vince and Stone Cold or the Stooges and all of them. So, I mean, everything, there was a lot of thought just put into everybody's place and staging and all of that. And
they even took time to
it worked.
To add to like the Undertaker's weird, mysterious, demonic thing that's happening, or use Kane in a way that's like, well, he's Michael Myers, so he doesn't care about the Royal Rumble. He does care about going to the hospital. He's not a fan of that.
You guys might like the show more than I do. When the main match, full of 30 people, is focused on 2 of them, you can't say it's a good Rumble.
I think that it's done. Like, who are we going to focus on? It's like, I guess my argument. It's like they did this because we have Kurgans and Meanies and Gangrels.
You're correct when you said that. Like, literally, who in this match is going to win this Rumble?
Yeah, we all know.
It's Austin or Vince. Like, there's no one else in this match that you even... The only other person that you may, like... Well, maybe Triple H.
Yeah.
But, like...
You got Triple H and Owen at the end, but they're not going to get to Owen just because...
Of course not.
I mean, literally, the final... D'Lo, Bossman, Owen, Austin, and Vince. Like, you know exactly what's happening once you get to the final 5.
But they did the magic trick where I was having a good time the whole time.
The brutality in Rock and Mankind makes for great drama, but it's very tough to watch.
It's gnarly.
And the undercard did absolutely nothing for me.
I mean, I can't say that I took notes on all those matches, but I watched them and I was like, yep, these are fine.
So I literally think this might be the worst Royal Rumble that we've watched, in my opinion.
I don't know. I've watched some that where I was just like, I just can't stand everybody like punching. I'm punching air right now and kind of looking around over my shoulder, and there wasn't really any of that here. And that's what like takes me out of Royal Rumble. And I feel like I understand where you're coming from, but I was entertained the whole time, which is all I really want.
Yeah. With McMahon being in the Rumble match itself, I think they had to be strategic on a lot of things, they had just the right amount of something shiny over here just to distract you from what was going on over there, and then throw a little sparkle over there. It kept you looking in all directions. Granted, there wasn't a whole lot of superstardom going on in there, but it was enough just to keep the match flowing, and it was entertaining.
What is the like super fan opinion of this Rumble? Like the people that are out there making lists of the best Royal Rumbles and stuff.
Yeah. Hey,
just out of curiosity.
You listening to the show right now. What are your opinions on it?
Do people talk about this one? I mean, I guess they talk about because of the end.
I mean, they talk about Vince winning. I mean,
that's the purpose of the thing. But I totally understand why you feel the way you do, Matt. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I got swept up in it, even though...
It's in the bottom 5.
I knew the tricks. I think it was the pacing is the thing that I appreciated more than anything. But yeah, we didn't think that Ken Shamrock was going to win or Big Boss Man was going to win.
The only people that really anybody thought that could possibly win entered right there, like between 20 and 25. And it's the 3 corporation members.
Yeah.
But we know that they're not winning because Rock's the champion.
And then, honestly, the only other people that could have won realistically in anybody's mind is the people that weren't in the match. Mick Foley, The Rock, and Undertaker. And obviously, The Rock is the champion. So
They saved China for number 30 so that she could be the curveball.
I mean, the China spot was fun and funny.
I mean, I'm not saying that, like, there wasn't good spots in the match.
Yeah.
But it didn't do anything for me.
I guess my weird argument would be that, not weird argument, my argument would be that doesn't that happen every year where everybody's like, oh, it'll probably be one of these 2 people that wins the Rumble, and people are
boom,
like,
you get Jey Uso.
Yeah, but typically people are like right. They're like, oh yeah, it's gonna either be this person's ear or this person's ear and whatnot. So it's not that different, but I guess there's still more of a option. Like you're like, oh, that was Jey Uso's here or whatever. And this one, it was telegraphed that it would be one of the 2 men, and obviously you have the big evil heel win, so the other guy can chase the belt between then and now and kick his ass at the Rumble or at the WrestleMania. So it is a trick and an obvious one, but one that I thought was done to much entertainment.
Good. Where's the smart marks at? All right. Fuck you.
I think it's time we smark it up. So what are some of the best moments of this show? I think you're completely right in calling the 2 birds, 1 stone with the hearse and ambulance shot. Like, that's a perfect way of telling those 2 stories at the same time.
It gives you an excuse for like the camera being there and Stone Cold just being like coming back, and it's like doesn't feel like it's like, oh, there's an ambulance coming. We're not telegraphing his arrival, but we know he's coming back as soon as he gets gurneyed away.
The only issue I have with that entire Mabel thing is we should have seen Mabel going over the top rope, like stepping over to eliminate himself.
Yeah.
Because someone could have made an excuse that Mabel was still in the match because we never saw it technically.
Yeah,
but like literally the biggest threads, I guess, because Mabel's so big.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably not going to win, even though he's former King of the Ring, so I guess he has some credentials.
I'm sure they're still kicking themselves for that one.
Kane, obviously, because he's just a scary monster, and he's been a champion. But he eliminates himself. Like literally, all the main guys that could be issues, almost eliminate themselves in this match.
Yeah, there's some people that I feel like could have benefited from staying longer in the match, which is one of the things that I like. There's some guys where I'm like, but that guy's kind of a decent mid-card guy. Like, give him a little bit longer. A little, nobody really. I guess another good argument on the way you felt about it was that nobody comes out of this looking really any better at all, with the exception. No. It's like it doesn't. This Rumble does not build any person that was even in the Rumble. But I was having a good time, so I didn't think about it. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, oh, I completely understand why you think it stinks, because it didn't do what Rumbles typically do. There's always somebody that gets built by a Rumble and doesn't actually win the Rumble. It's kind of a thing that happens. But here, there was not like, there was no pushing of anybody up the card, even a little bit.
For me, it was one of the lines that Rocky had said too.
That whole package before their match is great. Yeah. Other than the fact that I wish they would have included the shot from Heat. Yeah. Where Mankind does say "I quit." Yeah. Just so you. Obviously that kind of like just foreshadows the whole ending. But I feel like that sometimes you need that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. You need to put the obvious right there in front.
Yeah, you need to put the obvious, because you're not going to be thinking.
You're not going to show Vince McMahon with a big red button, a gorilla, like pushing down on the I quit button. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, Rocky's line of, "We're with his 2 ears. Rocky will hear Mankind scream, he quits." I'm making fun of the ear.
I'm sure they thought about the package thing, but then they were like, but we played the sound over the PA, and we know what it sounds like, and people will get it.
I mean, I also think that they're going, well, people just saw this on Heat. But
that's a good point. But not everybody. I mean, I guess everybody would have watched Heat then, but still, maybe they were taking a piss.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just those things where
it's the kind of cross the T's and dot the lowercase J's that the WWF typically always nails.
Because the whole Dr. Seuss impression thing that Foley does is great.
The Sable stalker fan, dropping another seed there. I don't remember the full spin of everything that happens with that, but again, it's just another little seed being planted for the future.
I will honestly say that I quit matches where they ask each other with the mic, "Do you quit?" I think that actually might be my least favorite type of match. You're beating them down, and then you're just like, "Let me take a couple seconds here. Hey,
quit?
You good? You quit? Yeah. You good? Yes, no.
Say
actually,
uncle.
Even worse is when the referee does it.
Yeah, like you had Piper, who was it? Bret Hart and.
I mean, it's one thing when it's the guest referee doing it because they're like, but like just a random Jack Doan referee going, "You quit, Rock. You quit, Mankind." Like
it's also one of those things where that worked more.
It's just.
Yeah, it's outdated.
It's your strap match.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that I just like.
It's a little outdated too because, I quit matches back in the day. Like wrestling wasn't as violent, so when they had an I quit match in a cage, like that famous one where they're jamming like chair legs into each other, like that was a level of violence you didn't see typically in wrestling. So the I quit match didn't feel like as hokey, but. The amount of violence we've seen
call somebody yellow
between then and 1999, it just kind of seems antiquated. Yeah, but I could. It doesn't for some reason that doesn't bother me as much as climbing over a cage. I hate climbing over a cage.
I love that Blue Meanie got in the Rumble.
Yes.
Yeah, good to see him. And every time I see Blue Meanie now, since we've gone through so much ECW. And I love Stevie Richards so much. It just kind of bums me out that Stevie Richards isn't here and working for this company or even the other company because of injury or whatever. Because I like Blue Meanie, but Stevie Richards had true potential. And the Blue Meanie is just kind of a one-note thing that we all enjoy.
Yeah. I know it's only a rumor, but if Billy was in fact supposed to win the belt and showed up drunk after a late night out and was punished, then I'm glad that they followed through with the punishment because
that's how men learn lessons.
That's possibly why he is still one of the only members of DX that is still somewhat active today. Maybe also, it slowed him down and kind of put him in check of, hey, get your shit together.
Wonderful amounts of HGH and testosterone, I'd imagine.
Probably
the guy is jacked. But I mean...
Maybe it's all the air that ass gets.
Yeah. So one of those things, too, where it's like, you can't work. If you get too big, like, you just can't work. Like, The Rock recently lost weight, but if he, like, worked a full match at the size he had been within the last couple of years, it would just, 4 muscles would have just, like, fallen off of his bone. Like, you just can't work that big.
How about most disappointing? I have a laundry list here.
Spill it.
Road Dogg losing to Boss Man when it doesn't make any sense if Billy's losing to Ken.
Yeah.
Which obviously possibly could have just been a miscommunication, not crossing the T's and dotting the I's.
I mean, it wasn't Teddy Long wasn't the ref.
But we then get Gangrel and X-Pac, which just kind of like cool. Literally, it's Gangrel versus Road Dogg is the feud that's leading up to it, and then it's like, well, we need to get these guys. We need another match. You and you.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not a bad match by any means.
No. It's like two younger guys that are like in good shape and can. I mean, I guess everybody here is young and in shape.
But unfortunately, Teddy Long fucks it up.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like, oh, well.
Welcome back, Teddy.
Cool. A women's match, which in this day and age, I'm not, by no means am I trying to be like sexist or anything, but it's a women's match in 1999. It's there to look at them.
Yep.
Who cares? 11 chair shots.
Yeah.
A little overkill.
Like, I think it's a great match, but the brutality takes it from, and the telegraphing of the I quit. Like, I feel like that. I know I'm harping on this point. Yes. I'm sorry, but okay. I feel like you need to telegraph that spot at some point for it to make sense. Spoiler: they explain it all on the next night's Raw.
Yeah, maybe that's the way they wanted it, though.
And it's possible, but
because it's less than 24 hours before we're gonna get an answer.
Yeah.
So maybe that was their justification, but I understand that it does feel weird for a company that typically has their eye on everything. Yeah. They don't make a whole lot of. They might try things out that don't work, but they don't make a whole lot of mistakes in storytelling, unlike other companies. Every other company we've watched who do it pretty, early and often.
And then the Rumble, it's literally broken up into 3 segments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have, because the ring clears out 3 different times in this match. Like that. Even because I knew that none of these guys mattered. So it was just like, at least there was action happening, and it never came to a stalemate. But at the times, there literally was nothing happening.
That's true. That's true, but there was the
kinetic energy. In the ring going.
The kinetic energy of something about to happen, as opposed to the stagnant energy of guys fake slugging each other in the corner.
You clear everybody out but 2 people and have them continue to do that. That's fine. Like to literally have, because think about the live crowd here.
Oh yeah.
Vince and Austin have run off to the concourse. So the people in the crowd have absolutely no clue what's going on, and then you have draws standing in the ring.
Yeah, that's a bummer for them.
It's like that Rumble a few years ago where you had Brock Lesnar in the ring, and he would just throw the person out that came down, and it's like, oh, this is exciting. Yeah, I get that aspect of it.
It's like, the guy, a monster, and has been for 20 years, throwing people out
Here one comes by
Rey
one. Mysterio.
It's like, we all know what he's gonna do.
Yep.
But
I get where you're coming from on that.
I do, but I was entertained.
Yeah, like I said, there was
and
enough.
I'm glad you were.
I am too, because
a lot of this is Royal Rumble's my favorite.
Oh yeah, see, I don't typically care for the Royal Rumble.
So
I guess that's why
the expectations are always probably a little bit higher, and I just felt like this didn't meet expectations at all. So.
Yeah, my expectations are very low because I have a hard time connecting with it. I prefer my wrestling matches to be 1 man versus 1 man or 2 real tag teams versus each other, and I don't really have much interest in things outside of that a lot of the time. There's times where it works. There's great 3-way matches that we've talked about. There's like the last week, the 4-man cruiser match. Mm-hmm. Great stuff. But typically, I'm a little traditional when it comes to what I prefer to see.
Any other disappointing moments that you guys have?
I mean, the undercard I was like, well, this is what happens when you have a Royal Rumble and you don't have the biggest roster, and you're kind of saving top guys. The Undertaker doesn't need to be in the Royal Rumble. Even Kane didn't need to be in it, but he had to be in it to do something because he's one of the few real pops you're going to get with the roster you have. A quarter of the participants in the Rumble already wrestled. So, it's just one of those things where it's like, well, this is the roster that you have, and this is the one story you're trying to tell. I do think that there's probably a way they could have built somebody up a little more in between all of this, whether it be a Triple H who's already getting cheered, but just because he's the leader of DX for the most part, because he still hasn't done anything remarkable, I think, in his career as far as like a storyline or anything. He's just the leader of the guys that everybody likes. I don't feel like any of them.
Why not throw the Venus, Gunn, Shamrock trio earlier in the match, and so they get some shine on them because they're obviously the IC feuds that are happening right now.
That is a thing that they could have
Instead
definitely...
of, because they basically throw them at the very end, and they're just mixed in with the whole Austin and Vince stuff.
In one of those moments where there was only one guy in the ring, it could have been those three guys in the ring, and who knocks out who, leading to where they're moving next in it. So there's definitely things they could have done better. I just was not... I wasn't like over... I wasn't analyzing any of that outside of the things that they wanted me to. They just... The magic trick worked on me, even though there's the things they could have done better.
How about best performer of the night?
I mean, I feel like it's either The Rock or McFoley.
I think you have to give it to Foley.
Yeah, because Austin did exactly what he was asked to do, and he did it well. And Vince, you could give it to almost any time he talks into a microphone for more than 2 minutes. But McFoley bled for our sins tonight, and it's one of the many reasons people love him is he puts his body on the line. But this time he offered it up, and it felt like somebody took a little too much.
A little bit.
And how about most surprising?
Teddy Long.
I mean, he was the most surprising person that showed up. I will agree.
Yeah. And I'd forgot that Vince was gonna win, but as it got towards the end, I was like, oh yeah, Vince wins. It's just been so long since I've revisited this, and it's like, in hindsight, that's the only guy that should or could have won.
I mean, you got the ministry stuff, which, since we're not watching TV, we're just kind of getting bits and pieces of this. So
it feels like they're taking their time and haven't done anything really big yet.
Yeah,
but they're
just collecting folks to make a stand here soon. Probably the most surprising for me is that I just didn't like the show.
Yeah,
because
I'm surprised you didn't like it as well. But
I'm a big Royal Rumble fan.
But you're very good at You're not the kind of guy that doesn't have reasons. You're like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Because if you were that kind of guy, this show wouldn't exist. Because you'd be like, nah, I didn't like it. See you next week. Like, cool. Why do we have microphones?
I mean, shows be a lot shorter.
And I'm sure they'd be really fun to listen to.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Turn the lights down, turn the projectors on, because we're ready to rumble. This week, the movie we watched was Black Fury, released May 18th, 1935 by Warner Brothers. It was directed by Michael Curtiz, which is a 5-time Oscar nominee with 1 win, and written by Aben Finkel, who's a 1-time Oscar nominee. Carl Erickson also helped him write that. Starring Paul Mooney, who's a 6-time Oscar nominee with 1 win, Karen Morley, and William Gargan, a 1-time Oscar nominee as well. The plot of this film is an immigrant coal miner finds himself in the middle of a bitter labor dispute between the workers and the mine owners. And some trivia for this one is this movie was actually banned in several American states as inciting social conflict.
This is kind of like the Brando movie. It's like
on the waterfront?
Yeah, on the waterfront. Similar.
Similar, yes.
Yeah, similar thing, but this is earlier.
It's based on a historic incident during a Pennsylvania walkout in 1929. And Muni was actually written in on many Oscar ballots, finishing second for Best Actor. Because they used to actually
tell you
release what the votes were.
Yeah, that's cool.
Some of the reviews and ratings for this one on IMDb, 6.5. While on Letterboxd, it was a 3.3. And I found the review from the New York Times, Andre Sinwald from 1935. It's magnificently performed by Muni. It comes up taut against the sensorial safety belts and tells a stirring tale of an industrial war in the coalfields. Most notable American experiment in social drama since Our Daily Bread.
Ooh.
My review of this film was our main character with his over-the-top accent Think Steve Martin's Wild and Crazy Guys.
It's a lot.
He has a redemptive arc. When he loses his girlfriend, he falls into a drunken stupor and is used by the antagonists as their patsy to gain the support of the other coal miners. But over time, the despair from not being able to work and feed their families turns the entire group against their leader, followed by his best friend being killed, leading to even more depression. Our main character's girlfriend then returns, and the sun begins to shine again as he takes it upon himself to force the change that the antagonists won't adhere to. Though it does seem like they use the majority of the budget on the climactic final scenes, so the wrap-up is literally phone calls and newspaper headline montages to get across the information that he has won. Our wrestler of the film is Mike Mazurki, who wants to sign up to be one of the new security force for the coal mine. And he actually cuts in line only to be shoved and told to get to the back of the line.
It's our second Mazurki?
It is our second Mazurki, yes. I gave the movie a 3.0 and the wrestler performance a 3.0 as well. I feel like the film it's watchable. I'm not going to say that it's going to be enjoyable for everyone, but it does tell a interesting story. So, but this is one of the films that I actually had to do a little searching for. It is out there in the public library system, but you may have to request it.
Yeah, maybe archive.org.
It might be out there. I couldn't find it there. But
Okay, well maybe not. Sometimes you got to dig on that side.
next week, WCW Monday Night Nitro from January 25th, 1999. So the next night, we're going to watch the Nitro.
You know what my prediction is? Goldberg comes out wearing a suit that's full of tasers. So if anybody touches him, they get tased. Just like a full body suit of tasers sticking off of him.
And the music from this week's show is No Chance in
No
Hell
Chance.
by Jim Johnston.
That's what you got.
And Vince won our main event, so we're also going to play No Chance in Hell by Jim Johnston.
No way.
It's soon going to be his...
I mean, they did play it at the end of the show.
Oh, they did
Yeah.
play it.
And see, I couldn't tell for sure if that was actually being played or if that was kind of like they do with Jericho's music where they throw on the Break the Walls Down in WCW.
It may have happened that way, but it was playing on the recording.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
also
it was the
this
theme of
song.
the show, so it's
Yeah,
very
for
possible
sure.
that it was playing.
I mean,
just because...
I feel like they're so smart that they're like, he comes out to no music, he wins, no chance, because it's based off something
no
that he
chance in hell
said.
he doesn't take
It's going to
this
be his theme song now that has this thing he can boast about that he did in a nefarious way and can continue to be pelted by soda cups, which nobody wants to throw a soda cup more than you want to throw it at Vince McMahon in 1999. That's the guy. Either that or WCW for just making bad decisions.
And if you like this episode or any of our other ones, please go out there, rate and review us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you find your podcasts at. If you're doing the YouTube thing, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications.
Ding ding, that taco bell.
And if you have any questions, comments, concerns,
what did you think of this Rumble? Love it, hate it? Where would you rate it in the history of Rumbles? Are you more Matt, where it's your least favorite? Are you more Michael and myself, where it's not your most favorite, but you still enjoyed it?
Yeah, we're blissfully ignorant with a smile on your face like Shane.
Like, I want to say Matt's favorite was probably 1992 when Flair won, or is there a different one?
that was a pretty good
It's a
one.
good one.
I'm like trying to think of what mine was, of the ones that we've watched so far.
I mean, 92, 94.
I mean, 90 wasn't my most favorite, but it also had that, explosive moment where Hogan and Warrior came face to face.
Yeah.
Had their little dust up to get you set for WrestleMania 6. But 92 is also good because that was the first one where they gave away the title.
Yeah, the Warrior Hogan one is cool. It's just one of those things where it's just like a hindsight thing where it's like, oh, we all know Warrior didn't work out, but he was hugely over and exciting at the time, and so that Rumble, like, oh, you can remember how you felt about it, but it's like, well, he just kind of went nuts, and we all realized that he stunk.
But you can send any of that stuff to our email at WrestlingHistoryX@gmail.com or find us on X at WrestlingHistoX. That's WrestlingHistoX. We'll talk to you next week.
Laters!
Okay, China.
I don't know where I was going with that one.